to uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Carolina Panthers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
Set, ready. Black, 95. Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
On first and 10, it's Brooks. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The Panthers at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all three phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Wandale Robinson. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Brooks. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got the lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now. Here's Young. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. Down the left sideline. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big play there for Indy. 45 yards. I guess that's what happens when you give the current NFL rushing leader that much room.
And when you do, all you're doing is solidifying his standing at the top of the leaderboard. He's going to continue to get more and more yards. Good luck trying to chase him down.
short gain here, down to the 22. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Now the first carry here for the running back. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds, getting him down to the 10. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up.
A costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0. You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from getting to 14-0.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Now 2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You look at this Carolina defense.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
One thing you know they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they get things done early.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
That's a strong safety making a strong, hard tackle.
And we know his coach. Doesn't smile a whole lot, does he? How about that grin right there, ear to ear after that play?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Adonai Mitchell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Okay, right.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Ready, set.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Come on, set. Yellow, 22. Chalk, 17. Ready.
Young will set to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Okay, ready?
10 at the 24-yard line.
Set.
To throw, Young. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
This is 2nd and 8.
Watch out now. 50. Let's go. Set.
Throwing, Young. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Ready.
Young working out of the gun. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Ready.
Brooks is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the Colts 3-yard line.
Red, 22.
And they'll run again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Brooks is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Colts 14, Panthers 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped immediately there. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Come on, ready, go. Set, go.
Now Young. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Here we go. Ready?
Young going to give to Brooks. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brooks. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Let's go. Smash. Smash. Yellow. 22. Clock. 10. Hut. Hut.
Looking to throw. Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Ready. Check. 52 blue. 52 black. Hut. Hut.
They'll throw again. Young. Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that is is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw here. Got his man. It's Warren. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
A gain of 13 yards.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man down the field. This is Mitchell. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Colts.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Second and 10. Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And the Panthers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That's caught right side. It's Warren.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
A gain of 15.
Now a play fake here on first down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. On play action, they'll throw. Looking for the crossing route, and he's got Mitchell. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And he's got Pierce. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. A good pickup there at 22. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
First down, Indianapolis.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he's got it. Touchdown, Colts. Tyler Warren, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And the Panthers first down.
Here's Young. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Here we go.
Young now. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And Young will slide to the ground safely as he picks up the first down as well. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
52 blaster. Ready?
They run out of the gun with Brooks here. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further down the field.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6. 32-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
A gain of 16.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Adonai Mitchell.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
28. Panthers
14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gets him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Young now from the 50. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Young. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
JT Tuimoloau.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
On the set.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Ready?
Now Young. And he will find his man on the outside.
Let's go.
Panthers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
A run out of the gun with Brooks. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Fight. Ready?
Throwing. Young. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Young will set to throw. This is the tight end fan. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
18 on the play. First down, Colts.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
To throw, Young. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
37-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Young. This is Robinson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Young.
No, bottled up. It's out. It's loose.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Here's second down. Now Young.
Very quickly here, and that's complete.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Young to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ready? Hut, hut.
Looking to throw, Young. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set, hut.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Got it.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation. This is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
And he comes back with one complete.
On the ball. On the ball.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our